Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be covering Thor #1 by Donny Cates. I'm just going to be talking about it, reviewing it, explaining it, whatever. I don't know yet what I'm going to call this video actually. All I know is I'm going to be talking about the story, everything that kind of transpires in this book. If you want to read it or if you haven't read it yourself, then don't go anywhere near this video, of course. I don't know why you're here. If you're still here and you want to be surprised, there will be spoilers in this book, obviously. First impressions, this book is really awesome. I really enjoyed it. This is one of the few Marvel books that really just captures my attention. Donny Cates is like a beast. He's done Silver Surfer. I think he did Thanos a while back and also Cosmic Ghost Rider and Guardians. He just finished on Guardians and now Al Ewing is going to come in and he's doing Venom. Donny Cates is doing Venom and it was awesome. He just did Absolute Carnage. Donny Cates is a beast. The artist for this book, I believe, is Nick Klein. He also does really great work. I really like his art style. I'm going to start doing comic book series or maybe issues. I don't know. I'm probably going to cover all of this series. Donny Cates did say that he's going to be on Thor for a long time, so I might be covering this all year, but I'm glad to be covering it. There's certain things I'll be covering. If you guys want me to cover something, then let me know in the comments. If I have the time to do it, I will definitely get to it. Let's get right into this story. So Thor #1 begins with Mjolnir. Basically some narration from Thor. It looks really cool. Mjolnir has this rainbow entrail, like a Bifrost like trail that follows it, and it just looks really badass. The coloring, especially in Thor books, when you go to Asgard and anything Bifrost, just I always love. Mjolnir is going through all the 10 realms, through Hell, Jotunheim, Muspelheim, all of the 10 realms. The narration, it's kind of like letting you know that Thor knows you're here. Thor sees you. We all fought a lot, especially from the War of the Realms, which was the major event last year, like a major Thor event. Mjolnir's heading to Earth. As it gets there, basically Thor ends it with, let there be peace or let there be thunder, saying, let's keep it chill, but if you want to pop off, I'm gonna come and see you. That's basically what he's saying. As he finishes that, Mjolnir just smashes straight through this huge monster the Avengers are fighting right now and just lands on Earth, which was super cool. The monster has like purple blood. Really good art by Nick Klein. Again, a really good page. And Tony Stark actually finds the hammer and leaves a little message for Thor on it. Comes back to Thor and we see he's on the Bifrost with Sif. He's kind of flexing a little bit in front of her. What happens here and what we start to kind of notice is that Thor really doesn't want to be king. It's like one of those things. Have you guys ever had that feeling of like wanting something or being in some certain position or title and you actually do it and you don't really like what you're doing? Like you get something and it's really not as good as you thought it was gonna be. That's pretty much what Thor is feeling in this book. He kind of really doesn't want to stop being Thor. He doesn't want to be king really. He just, I guess, kind of thought he always wanted to be king. Iron Man actually wrote with Sharpie on Mjolnir, nice shot, enjoy your retirement, which just reminds him again that he's king now. He can't be doing Thor stuff like he was, which really sucks and just sets in the reality of things as well. So basically Thor's chilling. He's doing his kingly duties. He's on Yggdrasil-made throne and he gets a visit from none other than the ultimate hater himself, Loki, just coming to get under his skin before Thor has to go out and give a speech in front of all of Asgard as the new king. And he's about to dip out, you know, and be above Loki's nonsense, but Loki has a way and he prods Thor just in the right place because he notices that when Thor actually goes to pick up Mjolnir, he actually like gives like a grunt. He asks Thor, so is it getting heavier then? And this just annoys the shit out of Thor. He's like, dude, if you don't F out of here right now, like the audacity. Of course it's Loki, right? But damn, like the audacity of him to say that, like what a thing to say. And Thor responds basically by lobbing Mjolnir as fast as he can towards Loki. Luckily for Loki, it stops right in front of him and Loki's like befuddled, like, you can do this? Like, how is this even possible? And Thor like reminds him, like, I'm the All-Father now, okay? So everything that you just said right now, just remember this. But it turns out that Loki actually was right. Mjolnir is getting heavier and Thor notices and he just doesn't know why right now, but he has a feeling he'll understand in the near future. So then Thor, he's walking out to finally make his speech as the new king of Asgard in front of pretty much all of Asgard, it looks like, until he notices the temperature drop and he starts seeing these snowflakes just randomly falling from the sky. And that's when Thor knew something was about to go down. Someone did. And then we see Galactus crash down onto the Asgardian crowd looking like battered, and Thor takes this as an act of war, like, this guy, like, what are you doing? You just crashed on all my people. You're about to go down. And he hits Galactus with a lightning bolt the size of a tower. Super epic, insane. But Galactus actually wasn't trying to start anything at all, and he's actually coming to Thor for help from this thing called the Star Plague. So a couple weeks go by, and since Galactus fell, things have not been going right. We find out that Yggdrasil, the world tree of ash, rotting and it's dying. So that's another issue that's popping up right now. how Thor sends his ravens out to the universe and he gathers some of the previous heralds of Galactus. You got Nova there, you got Cosmic Ghost Rider there, which is actually pretty cool to see and to know that he's gonna be in this book. I mean, with Donny Cates, like, yeah, it was bound to happen. And so he asked, like, what the hell is this Black Winter, this star plague? And right after that is when Silver Surfer phases into the picture and he lets him know that it's the end of everything. It has many names, but it will be the one true end. And he lets Thor know that this is what killed the previous universe, the one which Galactus, when he was still known as Galen, survived. And just recently he escaped this last time right before he crashed on Asgard. Silver Surfer basically tells Thor, like, we need to go back to Galactus. He needs to face this again. It has to be him. And this is when the first bomb drops of this book. And so this is where Silver Surfer reveals that there are these certain planets that he's actually been able to keep hidden from Galactus that have unique energies that will give Galactus powers beyond imagination, which is insane because Galactus is already like cosmic entity, like pretty much. Galactus is absolutely insane. I mean, he survived the death of a universe, guys. That's when he was immortal. Like, Galactus is an OP man, and to have him even be more OP, more like crazy endowed with powers, that's gonna be insane. So that's the whole plan, is to get Galactus and to herald him to these planets so he can get these powers and hopefully stave off the one true end. So Thor and all of his Asgardian battalions and his crew and some of the other heralds, they're gonna go with him, and they're all like loaded up, and they go to Galactus. Right before anything, Thor, like a badass, tells Galactus to kneel, and Galactus kneels, guys, which is just so badass. I mean, having Galactus kneel, has Galactus even ever kneeled to anyone, guys? Like, if any of you guys know, let me know. Please comment that this has ever even taken place. Basically, they were saying like, oh, we're gonna ride with you, we're gonna take you to these planets, and Galactus was even amazed that Silver Surfer was still able to like hide the locations of these planets from Galactus even still. Galactus says no at first, and he explains that when he was still immortal, he faced the star plague. He explained that it's perceived differently by different people, just like he's perceived differently to like different species. He explains that when you look into it, you see the form of your own death. He says that when he was still immortal and he looked into the star plague, into the Black Winter or whatever, that he saw blackness. He couldn't perceive it, but he actually is like a god level being. When he had the encounter before he fell to Asgard a few weeks ago, he said he saw his end again, and it was different. And this is when he starts raising his hand to Thor and starts shooting energy at Thor. It's insane amounts of energy, and basically Galactus reveals that when he saw his end, it was Thor. And so Galactus says, if I'm gonna face this star plague, this Black Winter, we're gonna have to do it together. The very end of this book, we see the Herald of Thunder, Thor, and just super badass, heavy metal, just rock god. I mean, Thor looks amazing. Basically, this restores his eye and his arm. He doesn't have the metal arm anymore. It's the reason why he has this new getup. He's like cosmic rocker god, Super Saiyan Thor. Like, he just looks amazing. That's pretty much the end of the book. So I'm guessing since this series is gonna be pretty long, they're gonna be spending a lot of time traveling and going to these different planets, and I guess getting Galactus to consume a bunch of them and seeing what they do, like what kind of powers they give Galactus. And I'm expecting a lot of craziness. If Galactus and Thor are going to tag team a universal force of nature for Galactus, as powerful as he is, and these planets are gonna add to that, I expect complete madness. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the book, guys. Again, let me know. I still haven't decided yet. I don't know what I'm gonna name this. If I'm gonna name it a review, if I'm gonna name it an explained, or just a comic talk. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed me talking and basically going through the whole story of this. Let me know if you like it. Donny Cates is just, he's a madman with these stories. He's probably like the best person at Marvel right now. I'm just super excited for anything that he's doing. I'm a little bummed out that he's not doing Guardians anymore, but you know, Al Ewing is taking over that, so hopefully he does a good job with the Guardians. Let me know if you read this book, or even if you saw the video, where you think things are going to be heading in the future. What do you think the future of this series is going to be? What do you think is going to happen in the next issue? Like stuff like that. That's pretty much it, guys. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.